Language Foundations Vocabulary Flashcards, helping you achieve understanding.
A depository built to contain books and other materials for reading and study. Computing. A collection of standard programs and subroutines that are stored and available for immediate use. A building that houses a collection of books and other materials. A collection of literary documents or records kept for reference or borrowing. A room where books are kept. They had brandy in the library. A depository built to contain books and other materials for reading and study. Computing. A collection of standard programs and subroutines that are stored and available for immediate use. Computing. A collection of standard programs and subroutines that are stored and available for immediate use. A facility where things can be deposited for storage or safekeeping. A facility where things can be deposited for storage or safekeeping. The phenomenon of sediment or gravel accumulating. Put, fix, force, or implant. Put something somewhere, firmly. Deposit the suitcase on the bench. A partial payment made at the time of purchase, the balance to be paid later. A facility where things can be deposited for storage or safekeeping. Matter that has been deposited by some natural process. Money deposited in a bank or some similar institution. The act of putting something somewhere. Put into a bank account. She deposits her paycheck every month. The natural process of laying down a deposit of something. A payment given as a guarantee that an obligation will be met. Money given as security for an article acquired for temporary use. His deposit was refunded when he returned the car. A burial vault, usually for some famous person. A facility where things can be deposited for storage or safekeeping. A person to whom a secret is entrusted. Several things grouped together or considered as a whole. The act of gathering something together. Request for a sum of money. Several things grouped together or considered as a whole. The act of gathering something together. A publication containing a variety of works. Several things grouped together or considered as a whole. The act of accumulating. An increase by natural growth or addition. Finance. Profits that are not paid out as dividends but are added to the capital base of the corporation. A system of components assembled together for a particular purpose. Several things grouped together or considered as a whole. A group of persons together in one place. The social act of assembling. A structure that has a roof and walls and stands more or less permanently in one place. It was an imposing edifice. The commercial activity involved in repairing old structures or constructing new ones. Workers in the building trades. The act of constructing something. His hobby was the building of boats. A structure that has a roof and walls and stands more or less permanently in one place. There was a 3-story building on the corner. The occupants of a building. The entire building complained about the noise. Space for movement. Room to pass. Live and take one's meals at or in. She rooms in an old boarding house. An area within a building enclosed by walls and floor and ceiling. The rooms were very small, but they had a nice view. Opportunity for. Room for improvement. The people who are present in a room. The whole room was cheering. Library that provides books for use outside the building. Library that provides books for use outside the building. A literary or scientific association for the promotion of learning. A place where reading materials are available. A literary or scientific association for the promotion of learning. A place where reading materials are available. A collection of books that can be rented by readers in return for a small daily fee. A collection of books. A nonprofit library maintained for public use. Provide housing for. The immigrants were housed in a new development outside the town. A social unit living together. It was a good Christian household. The members of a business organization that owns or operates one or more establishments. He worked for a brokerage house. Astrology, one of 12 equal areas into which the zodiac is divided. A building where theatrical performances or motion picture shows can be presented. The house was full. A building in which something is sheltered or located. They had a large carriage house. A dwelling that serves as living quarters for one or more families. He has a house on Cape Cod. An official assembly having legislative powers. A bicameral legislature has 2 houses. Aristocratic family line. Contain or cover. This box houses the gears. Play in which children take the roles of father or mother or children and pretend to interact like adults. The children were playing house. The audience gathered together in a theater or cinema. The house applauded. The management of a gambling house or casino. The house gets a percentage of every bet. The members of a religious community living together. Small individual study area in a library. Postpone doing what one should be doing. Small individual study area in a library. A booth where articles are displayed for sale. Come to a stop. The car stalled in the driveway. Small area set off by walls for special use. A tactic used to mislead or delay. A compartment in a stable where a single animal is confined and fed. A malfunction in the flight of an aircraft in which there is a sudden loss of lift that results in a downward plunge. The plane went into a stall and I couldn't control it. Cause an airplane to go into a stall. Cause an engine to stop. The inexperienced driver kept stalling the car. Deliberately delay an event or action. She doesn't want to write the report, so she is stalling. Experience a stall in flight, of airplanes. Put into, or keep in, a stall. Seating in the forward part of the main level of a theater. A room set aside for reading. A large number or amount. She amassed stacks of newspapers. Storage space in a library consisting of an extensive arrangement of bookshelves where most of the books are stored. Small individual study area in a library. Small room in which a monk or nun lives. Small area set off by walls for special use. Small individual study area in a library. French surgeon and biologist who developed a way to suture and graft blood vessels, 1873 to 1944. A program in a program library. A debugged routine that is maintained in a program library.
Become our student and get access to effective and free educational materials. Subscribe to our YouTube channel to become a part of our growing YouTube community and to learn English effectively.